Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. No longer a Jet Chill, but still Leechy, still MLE Esports GG2, and still joined by the lovely B++. We have gotten a chance to take a deep breath after that banger of a first series. I'm sure you have you've consulted with your players, given them the old pat on the back with a job well done, reverse sweeping the Jets, and I have to reluctantly say thumbs up. It was a really good performance.
Yeah, it was a really good performance indeed. But now we're in the Academy League. We got the Dodgers versus the Tyrants, and I mean this is kind of, I would say, this about the same kind of skill difference that we were probably expecting between the Spartans and the Jets. I mean, right now Dodgers are sitting on the 7th seed in the conference, and the Tyrants are sitting back in 10th, 5 games behind. So, I mean, for the Jets, this is a huge opportunity
for the who?
To take games out. Sorry, for the Tyrants to take games out of the Dodgers, and for the Dodgers to push another team out of the playoff race.
You just want the Jets to be beaten a second time. I get it.
Yes.
It's stuck in your head.
Yes.
I don't blame you. No, we'll move past that. Numbers-wise, Dodgers looking quite healthy, second in their division, 8-3 series record, 31-24 in terms of games. I'm looking at our little notes document that we have here, B++. White Sedan is the team leader in every single category: goals, assists, saves, shots, and win percentage. And they are one of the 2 players on the field tonight. So the Tyrants definitely have it all to do, especially given the fact that they are 3rd in their division, 6-5 series, and 26-29 record. So actually a losing game record, but still a positive series record that is possible, given the fact that, again, as a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, we do play all 5 games here at Minor League Esports. But I would say things are definitely in the way that we were expecting the Jets to probably come away with the win in the last series on paper. I would say I probably have similar feelings towards the Dodgers here in this fixture.
Yeah, but also, I mean, on the other side, we have the Tyrants. We have Glyphs, who is also on the field, and he also leads in every single stat for the Tyrants, except for saves. So, I mean, both teams kind of, quote-unquote, carries are going at it here tonight, and we'll see who's better.
The battle of the carries, ladies and gentlemen, in Academy League. Let's get this series kicked off. Glyphs and Ducky for the Tyrants. Oh, going up against Dope Nose and White Sedan owner, the owner now as well of the first goal of game number 1.
And just a great little start there by the Dodgers, and I mean, that's the type of confidence you need. But obviously every single game matters, so and every single goal matters, so it's not just one that's going to get you the series win.
Ducky, not coming in for that shot. Thought he was going to challenge that, but thought better of it. Dope Nose rotating back. Sick car design, I gotta say. And absolutely delightful. Glyphs, hinge pass with Ducky. That one's off of the backboard. White Sedan owner does get a half-hearted save there. Ducky slow on the defensive challenge, and that turned out to be the exact thing to execute there. Glyphs, a good stop. Sedan, decent shot across, given the angle that he had to work with. Glyphs, cede possession over to Sedan. Dope Nose behind in support. Sedan off this corner wall. Beats 1, beats 2, but Dope Nose was far too far back to take advantage. I don't blame him. This is a game of 2s. You do typically have to be a lot more cautious when committing to pass plays. If you aren't completely sure that something is going to work out, then typically it's not even worth going for. And I like the intelligent plays or the intelligent challenges here that I'm seeing, especially from these players down in Academy League, which is where, you know, you see a lot of these decision-making situations start to formulate and start to improve with these players. So I'm very glad that it seems that both of these teams seem to be quite intelligent in that regard.
Yeah, they're playing smart indeed, just playing it patient, especially what you need to do in 2s. just playing it patient. But I feel like the Dodgers have been kind of stuck in their own half until just recently when Owner was able to get it out. But now Tyrants have another chance here, and it's not going to result in anything for right now.
That corner wall. Dan is up. Living it out to the side for Dope Nose. Ducky. Couldn't quite get off that sidewall. Those pesky sidewall jumps. You jump once and you just kind of stick to it. Those are always difficult to deal with. Sedan Owner. Zero boost. Did commit to it. 50 didn't quite go his way. Tricky catch there by Glyphs. He like fooled himself as well as both Dodgers players. Glyphs chasing this one into the corner. Looking for the pass out. No, in fact, what the Doomsy dish. Didn't quite work out. It was very close to that near post, and Dodgers, I feel like, did actually get away with that one because, man, the Tyrants are looking confident on these mechanical plays. Sedan can't get this one in. Ducky standing up strong at that near post.
Yeah, what a save by Ducky there, especially after that miss from Glyphs. I mean, that was a very bad miss there that almost led to another Dodgers goal, but Ducky came in and goes, okay, teammate, I'm saving it. I got it. It's fine. And just like that, the Tyrants are still in it, and another great save from Dopanos, and we're just seeing a ton of saves, a low-scoring game here, and we're tied as Ducky. What a shot there.
Bang! We finally got there. Glyphs, a nice pop up, and Ducky coming in, spearing this one just past that inside post, top right corner. Well done to the Tyrants. Equalizing, and B++, we finally, or not finally, but we yet again have a game on our hands, and the second the words leave my mouth, Sedan restores that 1-goal lead, courtesy, or rather to the Dodgers.
Yeah, the speed flip on the kickoff, that is a very well done kickoff there to get the goal right back, and Ducky was not expecting that, and Sedan went for it again, but instead, it was a cheat-up play by the Tyrants that almost led to a Tyrants goal.
Ducky. Oh no. Not quite making contact there. Dope Nose. Probing shot. Glyphs. Oh no. Not the best of clearances. Dope Nose. Not the best of shots either. A little bit weak. Could have had 3 there. Glyphs out to the side. Leaves it to Ducky to take away. Glyphs retreating now off that touch. Dope Nose's nose. Dope Nose's dope nose, if you will. Moving swiftly onwards. Sedan missing contact. 0 boost. Retreat all the way back. Oh, great 50 by Dope Nose. Just needs to control this one. Comes around. One more tap. Ought to do it. No. Lifts at the last second. Standing strong on the defensive end. A great save to keep the scoreline to 2-1. The Dodgers are still up, but it is a narrow lead, and the Tyrants do very much have it in them to come back. Whoa, the little kind of scissor cross there. Glyphs, very patient, looking for a 50, gets a good one. Super patient. Wow, nerves of steel by both players there to fight that one out. I do believe the Dodgers may take this one as the seconds tick down. 10 seconds now. Glyphs will turn. Sedan sends it back into the Tyrants' half. Light tap. Almost no boost to work with. Doesn't matter. Dodgers come away with the Game 1 victory. Well fought.
Yeah, great win here by the Dodgers to take Game 1. And I mean, White Sedan scoring both goals, 6 shots on net. And despite the Tyrants getting 10 shots on net and really looking, I'm not going to say better, but equal on the Dodgers managed to just steal it off of a very good kickoff goal.
Yeah, it's true. I will say, I mean, in terms of offense, at the very least, there was more even contribution between the two Tyrants players, whereas White Sedan Owner was very much the offensive threat, and Dope Nose definitely playing more the support player. 4 saves to his name and an assist as well. Not surprising, considering White Sedan Owner being the leader in every single stat for their team. That said, I would like to see some more even contribution from the Dodgers. Take a cue from the Tyrants and how they were playing offensively. they took game one. It was only by 1 goal. I think they have the ability to take a lot more games by larger margins. I think if they can just step up and kind of even things out in terms of how much each player on the Dodgers is contributing on the offensive side of the ball.
And, I mean, we'll see if the Dodgers can kind of fix, I guess, that contribution issue. I mean, but the Tyrants, I feel, do need to get off to a great start here if they want to, like, have a good result in this series. And this is the game to do it. If they lose this one, I mean, we've seen the reverse sweep happen in the last series, but I mean, if they lose this one, it's looking rough, not only for the series, but also for their playoff chances.
Sedan taking this along. First 45 seconds of game 2. Dope Nose, great 50. Oh no, what a turn, but White Sedan almost cutting Dope Nose off there. I feel like maybe the better idea would have been to let Dope Nose take the shot. It's still dangerous though, coming in. White Sedan will get this touch in to make this the first goal in game 2, going the way of the Dodgers. It worked out eventually, just had to give it a few extra seconds.
Yeah, I'm surprised that the 50 went that way towards the Dodgers. It looked like the Tyrants player on top was gonna just dunk them, and they didn't. And I'm just super surprised that went towards the Dodgers' way. But now the Dodgers are up by 1. Tyrants need to even this one up, or else they're gonna end up going down 2-0 in the series.
That back wall of the Tyrants. Dope Nose, great pass across, but Sedan too far back. Corner now, Glyphs going to take it out. Sedan keeping it dangerous. That one might actually drop down. That was pretty close. Ducky, great flick. Open run if the Tyrants can get their act together here. What a demo from, who was that? Dope Nose. Just completely eliminating the threat, and now so close. I heard that in the background. Sedan couldn't quite turn quickly enough to make that one work, and Dope Nose yet again playing that defensive support role here. Sedan getting demoed, removed off the field. Open goal for Glyphs, makes it 1-1.
And I don't want to sound pessimistic, but I feel like it should have been 2-0 for the Dodgers. I mean, the Tyrants had an absolute blunder in the corner, and White Sedan had a wide open net, but just couldn't get around it. But I mean, Tyrants took the opportunity they got and are going to take the opportunity they can get again, maybe? No, not quite yet. But they had an opportunity there to make it 2-1, and it is still close here, as I can't really tell the two teams apart right now. Both are making mistakes, both are capitalizing on chances.
Almost sounds like that's exactly how Academy League works. I'm loving it though. I mean, genuinely, like this is some of the best AL play that I have seen all season. So I am all here for it. That one passed out mid. Oh, Glyphs, decent 50 with Dope Nose for a pass. Awkward angle to hit, but honestly did the best. Oh no, bit of a double commit by the Tyrants. White Sedan, he can direct this one on target. But Glyphs stepping in the way at the very last second. Clearance attempt. Ducky standing up against Dope Nose. Both Dodgers players will now retreat. He's slowing down a little bit in terms of offensive chances for both teams. Out across the frame of the Tyrants' goal. Oh no, awkward, bouncing wide open. Dope Nose will get this one for free. He'll count that one as a bounce shot, I'm sure.
Yeah, the bounce shot catches Ducky way off guard. I mean, Ducky was just not in a position to save that. Even if it was a direct shot on net, was just not in a position to save it, pushing up a little too much there. And, I mean, the Dodgers will definitely take it. 2-1, minute 40 left. I mean, it's still anyone's game here, but they can make it their game here. Dope Nose scoring to make it 3-1.
What a banger! Glyphs couldn't quite get this touch off, and I honestly, that is a difficult read, especially when it's coming from over your shoulder, and not something that you would necessarily expect an Academy League player to make. Shame that it kind of fell within our expectations for that. But at the same time, you know, Dodgers were there to take advantage, and that's exactly what you want to see from players at this level. So, par for the course, I would say. Dope Nose retreating now. Glyphs looking for the clearance. Will maintain possession as they look to take it around this sidewall now. Shooting opportunity, but Sedan stands up tall, excuse me. Getting it over to Dope Nose. Ooh, didn't quite get the clearance. Ducky. Over to Glyphs. That one dropping slowly down. Ducky and Glyphs are up. The double commit works out perfectly. They're back within one.
And I'm sure they're glad that worked out perfectly, because if White Sedan ended up winning that 50, that was going the other way, and the Dodgers were going to take game 2. But now, Dopanos doesn't go for the kickoff and is actually AFK right now. I hope he does get moving, but I'm sure the Tyrants are not respecting it or trying to take their time.
Might be. Maybe a slight disconnect situation, controller issue, whatever it is, seems to have sorted itself out. Ducky trying to push on this one. Dope Nose getting demoed, so now it doesn't matter if he's got a connection issue sorted out because he is no longer on the field. Tyrants trying to take advantage. That one is straight on target. Sedan can't beat it. Seems like Dope Nose may be suffering from some issues, but it is not up to the Tyrants to accommodate that. They are free and willing to score as they please. They do equalize here. 24 seconds left. It's 3-3.
Yeah, Dopanos, I was just opening up the scoreboard during that. Dopanos is having a ton of issues with ping. Now it looks like it's finally solved, but he was sitting there at 999 for quite a bit there. So I'm glad the Tyrants did not take full advantage of it and get up 2 goals. But it does look like we may be going into overtime. Oh!
So close there. Tyrants almost put this game to bed. There's the overtime you were so desperately hoping for, B++. Super even. I mean, honestly, surprisingly even compared to what we saw on paper, and that is just yet another example of why I'm super glad this game is not played on paper, because it'd be a lot more boring. I'd like to have expectations subverted because it makes things interesting. I'm all for it. 20 seconds into halftime, still 3-3, waiting for that game-ending goal. Could we see it here? Slightly wide from White Sedan owner. Dodgers looking to make something happen and thwarted almost immediately. Ducky needs to chase this one down. Sedan will be first to this one.
And one thing that I mean, just kind of need to point out is Ducky just needs to just kind of chill out. We're in overtime, but you just need to make sure you're not overcommitting, because I mean, Glyphs will put you in a position to score, or will put himself in a position where they can score. But Ducky does seem to have kind of corrected that now. The rotations are kind of good, as the Tyrants are kind of holding on. Dopanos does have good internet, so hopefully we will see a very even match in this overtime. But White Sedan takes a shot. It's barely off.
God, they keep knocking at the door, and they just can't do it. And now they may want that opportunity back. Glyphs looking for the fake, almost worked out. Dope Nose now, 1v1 situation of his own. Can't beat Ducky. Stan opting to take this slow. Great 50 with the dominance as well. Ducky will have to chase this back to his own half temporarily. Dope Nose. Actually, excuse me, Glyphs. Dope Nose was the one rotating out of that Tyrants half. Ducky now pushing this one. Glyphs coming up in support. Ducky, low pass, can't beat Dope Nose. On that side of the box. Oh, we're over 2 minutes into this overtime. Still B++. We have yet to see a clear winner. Chances on both sides. Wow, that was yet another close one for the Dodgers, but they can't seem to make it work.
Yeah, and both of these teams are playing still super passive. I mean, obviously it's overtime, and like that's what you expect, is teams playing passive because they don't want to give up the goal. But just so many chances so far, and just unfortunately none have gone in, as we're about to reach the 3-minute mark here, and I can't quite tell who's going to win this.
Great touch by White Sedan. Oh, and the demo, that is wide open for the Dodgers. Yet another example of demolition plays making all the difference. Look at that one. It was a purposeful turn, too. That wasn't just an accidental thing. You saw his nose dart to the left just to collect the Tyrants player at that very last second. Woo! Dodgers take game 2. Things are looking up for them.
Yeah, things are definitely looking up for them right now. And, I mean, they can't quite secure the division this week, but, I mean, and they also can't take the lead either yet. But they kind of have locked themselves in at a wild card spot right now. At least for this week. Obviously, they're not secured, just like the Spartans are not secured yet from last series. But the Dodgers for this week have at least gotten themselves in the wild card spot and staying in the wild card spot. But now, if you're the Tyrants, you kind of need a reverse sweep, or else you could see your playoff chances kind of going away.
Now, okay, so B++, let's talk about this for a second, because I will say, compared to our series earlier in the evening between Jets and Spartans, our beloved Jets and Spartans, it was going this way. This is kind of we're getting a little bit of deja vu. The only difference being how close these first 2 games have been, right? Whereas between the Jets and the Spartans, it was a 4-goal deficit in game 1 and an 8-goal deficit in game 2. So much more drastic. But, you know, be that as it may, no matter how close these first 2 games have been between Dodgers and Tyrants, it has still gone the Dodgers' way both times. The Tyrants, I'm sure, will have a lot more self-belief than maybe the Spartans did in the first half of their series. But like I said earlier on tonight, it's one thing to, you know, recognize that you need to make the changes, and it's another thing entirely to actually act on needing to make those changes and doing them in the first place, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, just the one change that I hope to see from the Tyrants, and they were doing well with it in OT until the Dodgers just had a great play, was their kind of double commits, just not pushing up too far. Obviously, just need to make sure that doesn't happen, then also just making sure you guys aren't in the same place at the same time. Obviously, if you're the Tyrants, that is their kind of key to success, and we'll see if they can capitalize on that. And if you're the Dodgers, just keep doing what you've been doing. It's working.
Game 3. More of the same for the Dodgers, and slight changes on offer for the Tyrants. Or on order, rather. Lifts. Oh no, missing that touch. So close to disaster for the Tyrants, but a double commit clearance does eventually get the ball out of danger. Lifts into the Dodgers corner, excuse me. Great pinch, wow, by Dope Nose, eradicating any hope of pressure buildup by the Tyrants. Done super well there. Interesting. Beats one. Decent 50 will get it past the second. Glyphs now taking the handoff from Ducky. Right, Sedan off that back wall. Ducky coming in for a shot. It's a slow one, kind of a half-hearted pass. In fact, enticing Glyphs to come up for it. Dope Nose. Oh, on target, looping, actually slightly off, but still requiring the save from Ducky just to pinch it wide. Glyphs, yet another great stop coming across the face of goal. Tyrants have done very well to keep this at a 0-0 scoreline.
Yeah, and their defensive rotation's looking good right now as they get it clear all the way down the field, and it's the Dodgers this time that have overcommitted, and Ducky scores.
All the way down. Important. And I won't touch on this because I feel like every time I'm live with people, I make a point to this. But important that you get your clearances to be on target when you see that opening, because that is how you go from just slamming the ball upfield in any which direction to turning it into a legitimate shot on target. Tyrants, where has this team come from? 2-goal lead here, looking good.
Yeah, I told you, if they fix the rotations, make sure they weren't at the same place at the same time, they could beat the Dodgers, and that's exactly what they're doing. I mean, Glyphs had a great little flick there, and Ducky had a great shot. I mean, it was a great play for everyone on the field, but it was very important that they were not at the same place at the same time. But White Sedan says, that doesn't matter, I'm just going to score anyway.
Yeah, it's weird to simply decide that you're going to score and have it work out, but it did work out. 1-2. They do bring this one back. Still within 1, so the Dodgers do have a mountain to climb. Not a mountain that I believe they're incapable of climbing, and I'm sure the Tyrants don't believe so either. The thing is, the job will get a little bit more difficult for the Dodgers. Dope Nose seems to be having connection issues yet again, so we will play on, given the rules here, once, there are no resets now that a goal has been scored. So Sedan is going to have to do his absolute best to 1v2 here. Good save here. I wonder how heavily the Tyrants are going to respect the current situation. Unfortunate that these things happen, but the reality is that these things do happen, and you kind of just need to deal with it. It's the reality of playing in an online environment, is that you have people's individual connections to rely on. Sedan is going to get this one all by himself. What a carry.
Yeah, what a play there by Sedan. I mean, 1v2ing them, but also the Tyrants are just kind of not really giving up, but like they're respecting the connection issue. But White Sedan's like, okay, we're still playing. Like we're still playing. Let's go. Like, why are you making it easy on me and allowing me to do plays like that?
He's all about it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Long may it continue. Ducky, catch up. Catch down now. Off the ceiling. Sedan, patient off this back wall. Lifts. Ooh, yet another nerves of steel moment there. That's a decent 50. Ducky will look to send this one down. Can't quite beat the woodwork. Good backflip stop there by Glyphs. Oh, Ducky. Ooh, no. A double commit situation there. Oh, no. Unfortunate botched backflip clearance there, and the Tyrants regain their 1-goal lead.
Yeah, White Sedan owner, just unfortunate there. Couldn't quite get that save. And I mean, Domino's is still having connection issues. This is still a 1v2. But if you're the Tyrants right now, you're up. Well, you gotta keep going. This is your playoff hopes on the line. You just need to be pounding in as many goals as you can right now. Yeah, it's not gonna make you seem like a very friendly team, but when you're in this kind of situation, you need every win you can get. All it takes is a random snap, and Dopados is back in this and is scoring on you. Or White Sedan is absolutely faking you.
Oh, man. I mean, the 1v1 ability is obvious here. I do believe Dope Nose has rejoined us. Thank goodness. Yep. Looks all green on my end. And could not have joined at a better time. 1 goal down. Well, maybe could have joined when they were even, but you get the point. Late, or better late than never, rather. Whoa, physical play from Glyphs, clearing the goal line, but couldn't get the goal. Sedan waiting to catch this. Glyphs takes it off his hood. Final 45 seconds. Glyphs turning around. Pass here. It's up high. Dope Nose. Ooh, can't quite make contact for the clearance. Ducky patiently looking for the Doomsday. Couldn't find it. Difficult angle to hit. In fairness. Good save from White Sedan owner. Ducky turning around, challenging this one. A great one. Actually hands it off to Glyphs, which sends the ball back in the opposite direction. Now the Dodgers have a little bit of defending to do. Dope Nose gets it clear. To the Dodgers corner. Final 10 seconds, B++. I do fear the Tyrants will come away with this one, barring a last-second miracle. given the fact that it is so deep in the Dodgers half. This one will land. The Tyrants will get this game back. And on the back of a little bad luck for their opponents, all of a sudden they find themselves not quite fully out of this. It's close, but they still have the rest of the series to go.
Yeah, they're not fully out of it, and they're not fully out of the division race either yet. They are still very, very close. But I mean, if you're the Tyrants, though, that I would say that's a bit too close for your liking. I'm not sure if it was they were not just trying to blow them out, or if they weren't sure what to do. I'm not sure, but I mean the Tyrants do take the win. The Tyrants now have maybe another reverse sweep on hand.
Are we going to witness that twice in a row? Are we going to see two reverse sweeps in the same evening? I'm going to lose my ever-loving mind if that winds up happening. As it stands right now, B++, we're getting ready to get into game number 4. We've got everything set up as far as we can tell. Hanging out at Utopia Coliseum Dusk. Tyrants have looked good. I wish that here, I'll throw this to you. Avoiding the obvious thing of we'll take advantage of Dope Nose's connection issues. What needs to happen? Okay. You know what? Actually, here I will nix that question because it appears that the Dodgers have gone with the last second substitution. QB standing in for Dope Nose due to the unfortunate connection issues that they were having. So good to see that at the very least we will hopefully see a full strength Dodgers team here going into game 4.
Yeah, I mean we'll hopefully see that, and hopefully they can take the next 2 games here. But obviously QB, I imagine, probably coming in cold, and so probably not the kind of probably the Tyrants can take advantage of this here, as I mean QB is only a 10-5 salary, so coming in cold and being 10-5 salary, this could be a super sub moment, or this could be a way for the Tyrants to get a reverse sweep and take advantage of this.
It's very true, yes, because the Dodgers are definitely, again, on paper, the dominant team, but it's a roster shakeup in the situation, and the Tyrants have maintained their lineup this entire time, so they have consistency to rely on. QB, wow, getting the demo there, but couldn't quite beat Ducky to the ball. And a crucial touch on goal. Lifts coming across. Oh, shot! Wow, okay. Tyrants will get the scoring started first. 1-0.
Yeah, what a play here. I mean, if they were both at the same one, and then Glyphs just kind of taps it up over the defender, and they'll take the goal. I mean, the Dodgers looked a little lost there for a second, but Tyrants will take the lead.
Ducky up high. Hitting it to QB. 0 boost, but we'll stick to this one. Sedan. That sidewall. That one's knocked across now. QB. Great shot. Oh, saved away. Going the same direction as the ball. Such a difficult stop to make, B++. Needed to flip at the exact right time. If they flipped a second later, that ball was in the back of the net. Excellently saved.
Yeah, just a great save there, and it keeps the Tyrants in the game as owner of the white sedan goes up, gets that ball. But also, one thing I want to mention, too, while they're just kind of hitting the ball back and forth. QB subbing in. This is obviously not his first series. He's played before, but has only played 1 series this season. As the ball's going to go in, Ducky's going to get another goal. And Tyrants 2-0. I'll finish my comment later.
Nah, you got it, bud. I mean, that was quite simply, that was a great dunk by Ducky, executed to perfection, and we're at halftime, and Tyrants have doubled their lead. Things are looking actually quite good for the reverse sweep here if they can't get if the Dodgers stay away from getting that kickoff goal, which they did wind up doing.
Yeah, and owner of the white sedan almost had a great play there, as now the Tyrants have another opportunity to go for it. But as I was saying, QB, this is going to be their second series played in, but the only series they've played in before this was a 3-2 win versus the Comets, who are not in playoffs right now. So I'm not quite sure if it will be enough, but the Tyrants now take a 3-0 lead. We might be seeing a reverse sweep.
What a flick by Ducky. Most flicks you expect there to be an increase in pace, and that, if anything, was kind of like a change-up flick, which is not something you say a lot. Man, I loved watching that. I love seeing the technical ability of all of these players. I'm such a fan. And even down in Academy League, like, these people are still... I'm in Master League. I'm a garbage ML player, but I'm still in Master League. The only reason I'm up there, honestly, is pure luck. And watching these players pull off these kind of flicks and even like flip resets and ceiling shots that are rearing their heads in Academy League just absolutely blows my mind. So more power to them. And right now in Game 4, about 70 seconds left, more power to the Tyrants. They are making this lineup work for themselves.
Yeah, they are making it work indeed, but they still need to remain kind of focused here, as they looked kind of out of place there for a second, but they do manage to get it out. White Sedan takes a shot. Oh, it goes off the crossbar there. Not quite in, but as we get down to the final less than minute in this game, it does look like the Tyrants are going to take game number 4, making this a 2-2. Possibly a reverse sweep, but QB with a great play coming just out of nowhere.
Look at this flick by White Sedan. Zoop! It's just right over the top. Glyphs, I was probably disoriented just a little bit. Couldn't quite tell where that ball was going. Great goal for the Dodgers. 30 seconds and change to bring a 2-goal lead back. Never impossible, but I will go as far as to say highly unlikely, I would argue. Given the consistency of the level of play that we've been seeing. Glyphs, oh no, looking for the doink. Couldn't quite see it to the right direction. Doesn't matter. They got the lead regardless. You can, they're not sweating it. Not sweating it at all. Glyphs looking for the pogo, I guess. Maybe? Freestyle moves. Yubi. Pass across to White Sedan. That will do it for Game 4. B++. Tell me if you heard this one before. We're going to Game 5 with the chance of a reverse sweep.
With the chance of a reverse sweep for the second time tonight. This is going to be very, very interesting to see. I'm rooting for QB. I mean, for game one in, as the sub, you're coming in cold. I wasn't expecting much, but they had the only goal for the Dodgers that game, and somehow it didn't count as a shot. But anyway, Dodgers need a win here if they want to keep moving ahead in their playoff race and their division race. And Tyrants right now have a chance to keep themselves in both of those races. I mean, they're outside looking in, but reverse sweep here would be huge, keeping themselves in it.
If for nothing else, at least a massive motivation boost, because being able to reverse sweep a team that, again, on paper, looks so much better than you do is such a massive boost to your morale. And it doesn't even, well, I mean, obviously playoff qualification matters, but when it comes down to it, like, regardless of whether you make playoffs or not, it's one of those kind of, stand out moments, rather, of your memory of a season that you were able to reverse sweep a team in such circumstances. So regardless of whether or not they make playoffs, the fact that they are this close to making the reverse sweep happen is a testament to how hard-working this Tyrants group is. And for their sake, I hope it happens. But you know me, I am all about the neutral observation standpoint for the sake of a good show. Getting the scoring started here is the Dodgers.
Yeah, Glyphs was not expecting White Sedan to come by and just challenge that. There's no way Glyphs was expecting that. And Sedan takes full advantage of that and gives the Dodgers the lead of Game 5 so far.
Inched out. Ducky will chase this one into their own corner. On that top ramp of the wall. Oh, Ducky. Almost killed the momentum there. Very close. Pass across. Woo, very dangerous by QB. Luckily for them, Ducky did not touch that on goal. That was very a distinct possibility. Touch from Glyphs. Leaves it to Ducky to handle. Retreat on defense. Ducky coming in for the challenge. Dangerous pinch. Wow, would have loved to see the speed on that ball. QB coming in slightly wide. And Ducky looking to get this clearance. This one's off of that ceiling. Ducky up for a second shot at this clearance. Glyph knocking it towards an open goal. The Tyrants tie this thing back up.
Oh, and I don't think QB... I mean, a great shot here by Glyphs, just banging it down the field. I don't think QB was quite getting into it, but, I mean, that backflip just kind of sealed it there. And just like that, we are tied. Still a lot of game left.
Up high off the ceiling. White Sedan. It's suspiciously leaving that ball unchallenged was were the Tyrants there. I feel like if Sedan was a little bit quicker on it off his marks there, he would have had it. Doesn't matter because he gets it back another 10 seconds later. 2-1 for the Dodgers.
Yeah, the Dodgers are just kind of leaving the ball there. They were all over the place there, and I'm not quite sure what happened. They've been doing fine this whole series on the rotation half, but just that little moment right there, I mean, the one you mentioned, and then just before that goal happened, they were kind of like, wait, who's going for the ball? Do we have a third person? Wait, no, this is twos.
Oh, missing QB and White Sedan just winds up retreating on that one. Don't blame him. Narrow 1-goal lead, probably not wanting to concede there. QB sending this goalward. Dropping down. Wow, very close, in fact, to finding the back of the net. I believe probably thwarted by that goalpost at the very last second. Pixels of difference. Glyphs, are you kidding me? The ceiling shot didn't quite work out. Ducky still with an opportunity here. Glyphs coming in for the follow-up. No. Retreats, thinks better of it. And now it's a 1v1. White Sedan versus Glyphs. Glyphs seems to win out there. This one's around the frame of the goal. Ducky looking for the clearance. 2 minutes left on this clock, B++. And Dodgers are barely hanging on.
Barely hanging on indeed. But, I mean, it doesn't matter how much you win by, only that you win. And right now, the Dodgers are winning. The Tyrants need to score another one here, or they won't get this series win, which is very crucial. But Glyphs going up for a ceiling shot, and AK was going up for a musty flick ceiling shot. I mean, that's some free play type of stuff going on.
That's inappropriate. I don't like. I like seeing the ceiling shots. Musty flicks. Come on, guys. What are you doing? It's illegal. I'm gonna report you. QB coming in. Decent pass. Glyphs banging this long. Ducky, backward pass. Great opportunity. Glyphs couldn't quite get it on target. This now sent up that sidewall. White Sedan looking for the counterattack for the Dodgers. Great flick pass over to QB. Bit of a weak final touch. Sedan retreating. Ducky sends it mid. Sedan now up tall. Lifts across that halfway line. QB. Out of the corner. Oh, great touch there. It's wide open as long as they can get this tap. Oh, it was on target. Just the lack of boost made the pace a little bit difficult to find on that final ball. Glyph's chasing this one now. QB up. So is Glyph's. Keeping it there. Still an opportunity for the Tyrants. Ducky keeping it dangerous for now. Glyph's rotating around, looking for the pass/shot. Beats one. Glyph's takes it himself. 20-something seconds on the clock, and Tyrants have tied it up.
Oh, QB thought they had the angle to be able to just push it off to the side, but Glyph's throws it against the wall, knows they're going to beat QB under, and hits the rebound, and we're tied with 24 seconds left. Anyone could take it at this point, as Glyph's gets another opportunity, but can't quite get it. But so close right now. All it's going to take is, at most, one mistake, probably. And this game is going to go someone's way, as Glyph's actually goes down the field, has an open net, it's rolling in, and scores! 2 seconds left, and the Tyrants are in the lead.
They might actually take this. I mean, barring a miracle, that's probably the game going towards the Tyrants. I'm very interested to see how this next kickoff goes. 2 seconds is all that's left in this series. QB, the Tyrants choosing not even to go for this one, backing off completely. It hits the ground. Tyrants complete the reverse sweep. We've seen 2 in a row, B++. What a victory.
Another reverse sweep happening again tonight. First the Spartans, and now the Tyrants. I mean, what a series again. Now, I mean, if you're the Dodgers, you're kind of going, well, maybe if Dopanos didn't have connection issues, but still, the Tyrants will definitely take this. It keeps them alive in the playoff race and a division race. Barely, I might add, but it does.
Wow. I cannot believe we saw 2 of these results back to back. And yes, I will agree partially, B++, that Dope Nose's connection issues definitely played a little bit into how the series went. But Dodgers still had a full lineup for games 4 and 5. And they still weren't able to beat the Tyrants. And I won't sit here and pretend that the Dodgers weren't looking like they were in the driver's seat for the majority of Game 5, because they definitely were. It was a late surge by the Tyrants and just a wide open run for that 3rd goal literally at the very death of the game. But man, listen, I don't want to take anything away from the Tyrants because they fought very, very well to come back. I feel like the Dodgers should have stood up a little bit stronger to these late game surges against their opponents here.
Yeah, and I mean, but still a good result for the Dodgers. So, I mean, I would say still a good result. They're still going to be sitting in 7th at the end of this week. The Spectre are the only team that could catch up on them and possibly win they would have to 5-0 and then get on tiebreakers and whatever. So, Dodgers are still in 7th to end this week. Doesn't matter what happens. So, at least, even if you got reverse sweeped, you're still in playoffs at the moment, and you're still in the division race at the moment. So, that is a very positive thing, and hopefully they can keep pushing, because they are a very good team from what we saw.
I could not agree more. Yeah, very, very good. A well-deserved win. Ladies and gentlemen, that does it for us over here at twitch.tv/MLE Esports GG2. On behalf of B++, I have been Leechy. Thank you very much for watching, as well as Inanimate J and our match official Tuba making everything happen behind the scenes. Fantastic show. We are going to throw the raid over to twitch.tv/MLE Esports, the main channel, with, I believe, the Foundation League matches coming to a close, immediately followed by some high-flying Master League action. So please stick around for the raid. We are done here, but MLE fights on for at least one more game tonight.